Listen, what are the things you go into like urgent care or your doctor's office for your regular checkup? Or honestly, I feel like anytime I walk in anywhere, people take your blood pressure. It seems to be, you know, like the go-to. You know why? Because it's a real number that they can see how you're doing. And it's really super easy with Veridian. This is the Veridian Health. This is the Veridian Health SmartHeart digital wrist blood pressure monitor. So you've got the, just, you know, kind of like the on-off button. Here you go. I'm just, you know, turning it on right now. And you've got this hook and loop closure here. So it'll go to different sizes. I don't know if you can hear it. It's doing it right now. So it's got different sizes. You know, if you've got a different size wrist, you'll be able to do it. It is super easy to do. $24.50 is a sale price. It has 2 memory banks. Each memory bank will store 60 readings, so it's up to 120 readings. And the cuff, by the way, is latex free. I know a lot of people have latex allergies. This is a 40-year-old company that is, I think there I am. There's my blood pressure. I don't know if I'm holding it up right, but I know that my blood pressure is usually very low. It's usually on the super low side, which it is now. Oh my goodness, it's like 64. So we're gonna bring in our special guest, Matthew Peters, who's standing by. And Matthew, mine is in like the little, like the number is going by the green bar. There's like a yellow and a red there as well. So you can even see where you are. I'm in the low end of the green because I don't know, I swear I have a pulse. I'm just like have always had very low blood pressure. But, and that, by the way, is something in and of itself, because people with really low blood pressure, when you stand up, you get dizzy. This is a true story, Matthew. My doctor told me to eat more salt. That is a true story.
I have heard that before, Helen. Excuse me, and it's nice to be with you. So isn't it fun when you're trying to demonstrate something on live TV? Now, here's what we need to do. I'm sensing a theme here. So we're talking about cleaning those germs and preventing disease that way. We're talking about preventing disease, or we're talking here about heart attack and stroke. So what we want to do is prevent things like that. This is the value of the day. Veridian has been around for about 40 years. They know what they're doing. They've come out with a SmartHeart wrist monitor. It's going to fit, like you said, Helen, about 5.5 inch to 7.5 inch wrist size. So it's got me covered, it's got you covered. I want to talk to everybody, the sense of urgency here to get this home. You're going to spend $24 walking into a corner drugstore, let alone helping to prevent some of these serious consequences. 1 in 3 of us in this country, adults, has high blood pressure. That's 75 million Americans. The bad news is only about half of us have it under control. That's even including high blood pressure medications, because we're not at the doctor's office every day, every second. So we need to monitor ourselves at home. We need to know what's going on inside our bodies. Another 1 in 3, another 75 million Americans has what we call pre-hypertension. That means that we have high blood pressure bubbling underneath the surface. We don't even know what's going on in the background. That's when it leads to the heart attack or stroke, because a lot of times you can't feel high blood pressure. In fact, most of the time. And as you're looking at this right now, Helen, when you get this home, everybody, this is exactly how easy it is. Right at the bedside, it takes about 20 or 30 seconds to get that clinically accurate reading. That bar on the left, that tells you if your blood pressure is within normal limits. It's going to hold 120 readings, like you said, Helen. And what this prevents is you having to write down the readings. It comes with everything. It's a wrist monitor. It's portable. You even get that carrying pouch with it, so you can take it literally everywhere. And you know what? I don't want everybody to take just my word for it here. According to the American Heart Association, if you have high blood pressure, that's going to complicate, chances are, lots of other things like diabetes, which is too common here in this country. So anytime you're messing around with those micro blood vessels and getting that pressure built up over time, it's kind of that ticking time bomb waiting to happen. We have the technology, Helen, and we can get ahead of this. Everybody, I suggest you get this home so that you can enjoy all of the other items that you're getting for fun here. You can have this for prevention, and Don is here to show you just how easy this is to use, Helen.
Yeah, and the other thing is that this fits everyone. My husband has like a bigger arm, and some of those cuffs that go around your bicep don't fit him. So if this goes around your wrist, and this is, again, this will fit everybody. I think it's got 5.5 inches to, it says on my card 7.5, but it goes bigger than that. And it's got an automatic shut off, and it's one button. It's like the universal on button. You just push the button. Now, Matthew, is there a way we're supposed to hold our arm while we're doing this? It's supposed to be like over your heart or something?
Yeah, Donna's in a good position right here. She's holding this up for TB, and when we step away, I'll show you. You want to have that nice triangle so that the monitor is right about at the level of Donna's heart. That means it's not fighting against gravity. She's nice and relaxed. This is what you want to do at home. Have that nice resting blood pressure. Take a look at hers right now, and it's picking up an irregular heartbeat. This does have that technology. So please, folks, don't let the price fool you. She's pointing at the high blood pressure indicator. This is right in the green. So Donna's blood pressure, systolic, is 112 over diastolic. That's 66. Her heart rate is nice and relaxed at 54 beats a minute. Look at all the information she got in about 30 seconds. You're going to get this 120 times on this monitor. It stores it all automatically. And like you said, Helen, basically 2-button operation. One button to get that reading, the other button to sort through those memory readings. You can even talk on the phone like we're doing now and have that telehealth visit with your doctor so you can scan the readings and give you that peace of mind when you need it most.
Yeah, and we talk about white coat syndrome, which means that, like, when you go to the doctor's office, have you ever been like, oh my gosh, my blood pressure is so high, I went to the doctor's office? That's because most of us are terrified when we go to the doctor's office. We see that white coat coming at us and we're like, I hope I'm okay. So that's literally called white coat syndrome. There's so many people that feel that way that, and I'm doing this again and watching it, is that, it's still thinking about it. So I think that's pretty low. So what you're able to do is take it in the morning, at night. You know, take it when you're on live TV. Take it right after you work out. Take it while you're working out. You can have it on your wrist during, you know, this is something you're able to monitor it, get different readings during the day, so you get sort of like an average of what you're doing. I'm like waving my arm around, but Donna's doing it right, where you just keep your arm still, push the button, and you see what you've got there. It's only $24.50. I mean, how much is it to just go to the doctor and, you know, even a walk-in clinic? And what do? They take your temperature, they see what your blood pressure is, and sometimes they get out the oximeter, which I know we have some on hsn.com. So this is one of those, they call it the vitals, that, you know, if you become a nurse, you learn how to do this. But you can do it yourself at home. And Matthew, isn't it kind of a little bit more accurate at home when you've got, you know, just your regular everyday kind of like breathing and you're not like in a panic when you're in a doctor's office?
It's more accurate when you take it on a regular basis and you're resting and relaxed. So these are my readings right here over the last several minutes before our broadcast here. And you can see how it's dancing around. That one right there, I was chasing my dogs back in the house. So this one here is more like my normal. Here's the point. You take your blood pressure. It's not always when you're not feeling right. You got to take it all the time, because it's not one reading that your doctor's looking for, Helen. It's the trend. I want to tell everybody right now, and Helen, that's a testament to Veridian and quality. A lot of times, if you get an inexpensive, you know, off-the-wall, off-brand blood pressure monitor, you could do jumping jacks. It's going to throw off a reading for you. Not Veridian SmartHeart. You were waving your arm around. So what Veridian was doing right there, Helen, is cycling through and looking to get the optimal position to get your clinically accurate reading. You're not just going to get a reading if you're doing jumping jacks with Veridian.
Right.
You want to be nice and relaxed like Donna. You'll get that reading in about 20, 30 seconds. And again, look at Donna. She's right in the same range she was before, but it's slightly off. And that shows you blood pressure changes literally second by second.
Yeah.
It's very simple to avoid some of these serious things like heart attack or a stroke. Veridian's your answer tonight, everybody. You got to get this home.
Haven't you told us, Matthew, because I know you've been, by the way, Matthew is a registered nurse and worked in emergency rooms. Oh, I know this is all the time that we've had, but it's really knowledge is power, and you could actually save your life by using this. And I know during our presentations, we've had people that have used it just in the studio and been like, uh-oh, and right?
Yeah, we've had friends at HSN, hosts and guest hosts who have said, hey, Matt, let me try that out. And they've grabbed the Veridian monitor and it's been sky high. And I've told Adam Freeman, we share this all the time, Helen, and he's proud of it now. I said, Adam, you got to get yourself to a doctor and get that checked out. He's under control now, but it's only because he had that aha moment. And I'm very glad that that aha moment wasn't in the emergency room. That's all we're trying to prevent here. My mom went through the same thing years ago. She's doing well now, but it's because she's taking her blood pressure on a regular basis and sharing that with her doctor.
Absolutely. Well, Matthew, thank you so much. This was such a great price. And